a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. NUNO Espírito Santo. Nuno Herlander Simões Espírito Santo, known simply as Nuno as a player, is a Portuguese retired footballer who played as a goalkeeper, and is the current head coach of English club Wolverhampton Wanderers. During his career he first made a name for himself in Spain, playing for 3 teams in 5 years. He later represented Porto in his country, albeit with little impact, and also played professionally in Russia. Nuno was part of the Portuguese squad at Euro 2008, but never won a cap for the national team. In 2012, he became a manager, leading Rio Ave to both domestic cup finals in 2014 before taking the reins at Valencia. Playing career. Born in São Tomé, Portuguese São Tomé and Príncipe, Nuno started his football career with Vitória SC and Simões, battling from age 20 with veteran Nuno for first-choice status. In January 1997 he was acquired by La Liga's Deportivo de La Coruña, but would spend 3 of his 6 seasons in Galicia on loan, backing up Jacques Songo and José Francisco Molina when he was part of the team. In the 1999-2000 season, as he represented CP Mérida in the Spanish second division, Nuno won the Ricardo Zamora Trophy and helped the side finish 6th, but it would be relegated to the 3rd level due to irregularities. FC Porto paid €3 million to bring Nuno back from Spain in July 2002, as part of Jorge Andrade's deal. During a 2003 Portuguese Cup match against Vazim SC, he was allowed by manager José Mourinho to convert a penalty kick, scoring the club's last goal in a 7-0 home routing. On the 12th of December 2004, he replaced club great Vitor Bahia during extra time of the Intercontinental Cup final penalty shootout victory against once Caldas. However, in January, he was sold to Russian Premier League's FC Dynamo Moscow. Again in January, in 2007, Nuno returned to Portugal for a stint with CD Aves, eventually relegated from the Primeira Liga. In July he returned to Porto, backing up Brazilian Helton during most of his spell. Uncapped, Nuno was called to the Portuguese squad competing in UEFA Euro 2008, replacing the injured Keane. During the 2008-09 season he again played second fiddle to Helton, appearing in only 4 games, but was the starter throughout the domestic cup campaign, including the final win against FC Paços de Ferreira. Coaching career. On the 21st of June 2010, Porto announced Nuno's contract would not be renewed. The 36-year-old said he would always support Porto as he left. After his retirement he rejoined former Porto manager Jesualdo Ferreira, moving to Malaga as a goalkeeping coach. The pair signed for Panathinaikos FC in November 2010. In May 2012, Rio Ave FC sacked manager Carlos Brito and announced the appointment of Espírito Santo. In his 2nd season in charge, he qualified the team to both the Portuguese Cup and League Cup finals, also taking it to the UEFA Europa League for the first time in its history. Espírito Santo signed a 1-year contract with Valencia's in La Liga on 4 July 2014, replacing fired Juan Antonio Pizzi. On 12 January 2015, he agreed to an extension to keep him at the club until 2018, and he eventually led it to the 4th place in his first year. Highlights including a 2-1 home win over Real Madrid and a 2-2 away draw against the same opponent, while he was named La Liga Manager of the Month 3 times. He resigned on 29 November 2015, following a 0-1 away defeat to Sevilla FC. On 1 June 2016, Espírito Santo signed a 2-year contract with Porto, replacing former head coach José Peseiro. The following 22nd of May, however, after a season completely devoid of silverware, he was relieved of his duties. On 31 May 2017, Espírito Santo was named as the new head coach of English Championship side Wolverhampton Wanderers, signing a 3-year deal. He was voted the competition's manager of the month in November as his team won all 4 of their games, scoring 13 times. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?